So I was just listening to a video on Mr. Research's channel, and there's a gentleman talking about maturity. I totally agree with everything that he said. I do have a clear bias when it comes to BGS. I do believe he definitely means well, and I mean I think that's obvious. I think the problem though is that what you're seeing is just something that is being hashed out. But yeah, it is getting repetitive. And I think what I perceive as a problem is that he's just letting people air it out. And there's just a lot of people with a lot of grievances. Motherfuckers is out here hurt in more than one way. And it is actually really kind of it's really kind of sad when you look at it and it's just like, yeah, we need to move past this, but we really in a hurt position as people in Black American society, whether you come from other cultures or if you come from other cultures or you were born here and you have a different home culture than you do out in regular Black American society, like when you get outside the house. So people is really hurt, and I think that's the biggest thing. And a lot of hurt people are, myself included, a lot of hurt people are talking and expressing themselves. Now, one thing that I'm trying to do better with myself, because the gentleman mentioned the stream with Edward Anderson, and Mr. Research said, hey, listen, what's going to happen when your penis doesn't work anymore? And I fucking loved it. It was just so beautiful. It just spoke to me. It was just like, holy shit. Yeah, like, what are you going to do when your penis don't work no more? And you don't really, it's not that you don't care about these bitches no more. It's that you can't do nothing even if you get one. So it was beautiful the way that was said. Very eloquent. But it's something I talk to my business partners about and my friends about, and, with what they do. And, I think one thing I don't do well enough, and I'm going to be doing more of, is, and you've seen it with some of the videos that I put out about the salon that I'm finishing up, and we have to apply for the CO, so we could probably open in like 2 weeks. Not this coming Monday, which would be, I think like the 23rd or something like that. Will probably be when we're going to, sometime in May, actually, something like that. I was just talking to my business partner about that, but we have to hash that out and get that nailed down as far as the date is concerned. And maybe I need to go to my salon. I like my hair like this. Who gives a fuck? I don't talk about business enough. Now, I'm doing things myself by volunteering as a coach. I think that's the way that that's fulfilling a goal and a passion of my own, and fulfills my own selfish need for, I guess, being desired or wanted, by the kids saying, hey, listen, coach, you come in every day, blah, blah, blah. Hey, coach this, coach that. Like, that makes me feel good. I don't know what the word is for that, but that satisfies something in me that I really do like. And I really do like seeing that these kids are getting better, and hopefully this could lead to scholarships for them. If not, little bit of life lessons that I can embed in them and convey to them. So that's always a good thing. But I think what's happening is that we're not talking a lot about the programs. And one thing the guy said that was great, was like, just do little things, man. Take them out to show them something else, show them something different. I'm going to start taking some of the boys out to business meetings, some of the girls that are into entrepreneurship out to some of my business meetings. Show them, like, hey, listen, this is the salon I built, so on and so forth. Not everybody can do that. To show the fruits, to show the bigger things, find ways to connect them to some of my customers, and so they can do like little small internships. Say, hey, listen, do you want to do this, right? Like, you want to make money or what have you? How about we get you in real estate? I know a customer who has a mortgage company. How about we get you in finance? I know a customer that runs a hedge fund. I have like 1 or 2 customers like that. You want to do something in sports, athletics? All right, well, I know a friend that runs a gym. You know, like, you can go work there and see how the business is ran. You know, like, be somebody's assistant. Go get them some coffee or some bullshit. And hopefully you can, like, you know, what's it called? Soak up some game. Or get laced with this game, as Mr. Q would say. I love what he says. That shit is hilarious. But I'm going to start doing more of that. Started doing it with my nephew, taking him to business meetings, taking him to the work site, seeing what I had to do, him spending a whole day and that motherfucker being knocked out in his passenger side seat. But it was great because that's what my daddy did to me. And it's very important that we teach these kids and get them exposed to all this so that they see what you do on a daily basis. Like, I'm talking with one of my throwers who had a PR today. She threw 40 feet. And I'm talking like, yo, some of the rest was like, yo, I like her technique and all this stuff. And I'm over here like, well, you know, I try. I just be in there feeding them kids weights. This girl is 17, about to be 18 next year. She's deadlifting 225, and she ain't even, like, she just damn near all muscle. Like, put it like this. She threw 12.30 something meters. The closest throw was 10.7 something meters, which was, if you convert it to feet, she threw 40 feet 6 inches. The other girl threw 38 feet 4 something inches. Like, she's going to kill it in regionals. She stay healthy and everything like that. But she's motivated. And when I talked to her and I said, listen, this is what we worked for all this year. And this is what it's time for this shit to pay off. I told her straight up like that. It's time for this shit to pay off. This is what we work for. She's like, yo, coach, I can't wait. Caps. You know what I mean? Like, at the meet, when she came up and she threw that 40, and she PR'd. Like, a couple weeks before, she had PR'd at 12.19 meters because they measure in meters now. Then she come in and break the school record last year, and she keeps on breaking the record like damn near every meet. And then she broke her own PR again today. I was like, yo, listen, give me a chest bump. Like, I was like, bomb. Like, she was like a man or a dude, but, you know, I was hyped. You know, but, like, it's great that we're doing, it's great that I'm doing that. And other people, I hope they get on board as well. I know there's quite a few people that do it, but I just don't think we talk about it enough. Just to get back on what the gentleman was talking about, I don't think we talk about it enough, and that's a problem. And I think we need to. I think we really need to get back to talking about the things that we're doing, and not just the things that we're doing, because that's not enough. Ways we can enact that. Maybe even make a document. And I'm sorry, this is not something I'm really good at because of the simple fact I just got too much stuff to do. But at the same time, sacrifices must be made. I might just go ahead and make this document. Make a document that outlines a small little program that we can all do, that we can all involve ourselves in, and that we can say, all right, cool. This program is for, you know, minority kids, so on and so forth. And we're going to do this, thus, and so. And this is like a rough outline. And if we can do something like this and get together and say, hey, listen, you know, I think that's bullshit. Fine. Give me your rough draft. Excuse me. Give me your version. Tell me what. Hold on, I gotta check emails. I ain't trying to get fired. Not yet. Almost out of here, though. This salon work and a couple other things. Almost out of here. Get off this night job. But I think something like that needs to be drafted. I might go ahead and draft it myself and then share it with some of the men that have done, that have dubbed themselves classic men, educated lame, if you will, which is a bit of a bastard term, but I take it because I used to listen to a band that was named Nerd, you know? So I don't really give a fuck because I know what I am. So that's cool. And I think the dude's onto something. Well, not onto something, but he made a great observation. And I think we need to get on to what he's talking about. And I think it's important. Going back to what I said, people is hurt. BGS is just allowing his fans to talk. He puts out those videos. Yes, this Pookie and Ray Ray conversation. The simple thing I have to say about it is simply, I think the definitions are being blurred, or people are redefining it in a sense, because as I know it has a negative connotation. That's how I'll leave it. It has a negative connotation. I don't want to be it. I don't want to be it wholly. I have Pookie Ray Ray tendencies. Okay, great, whatever. But yeah, we need to move past that. We need to go on to the next thing. This damn balloon keeps freaking me out from this dude's 40th birthday. It keeps freaking me out. Like, every time I think somebody's up there, like, it's freaking me the fuck out every time. Anyways, but yeah, I just want to do a loose conversation. I just wanted to do this loose conversation based off the video. I think it was a great video. I think the dude was totally right. And I think what we probably need to do is get together and put a document together that says, hey, these are the programs that we're going to do. If you don't know about a sport, one of the coaches, Coach T, I won't say his full name, white dude, and we work together even in football. I'm a JV football coach as well at my old high school, South Plantation. And I am the main throwers coach, and he's the coach underneath me. But he's the coach above me when it comes to football, because he coaches on varsity, and I think he's actually possibly going to be the head coach. I'm not sure how that's working, but he will be taking over for the spring football program here in Florida, in South Plantation, I should say. And with him, you know, he doesn't know really much about shot put and discus. He's like, yeah, I watched it on YouTube last night, so we're just going to go ahead and try this little drill over here. And I'm like, yeah, I watched YouTube last night too. And I mean, I can't lie. Some of the stuff I know because when I did it, but I had to refresh myself. And then over time, I was like, well, that doesn't look right as far as body mechanics are concerned. And try this, and tweaked it. And then, you know, kind of came up with my own pseudo form of some sort. But the point of that whole story is, and no, I don't dye my hair, it just looks orange. The point of that is, you don't really even have to be a professional or have a lot of knowledge when it comes to this type of stuff. I started tutoring one of my athletes who has a 1.7 GPA, and I want to, you know, his thing now is like, you know, he's in a single mother household where he lives with his grandparents, and his mom lives with the grandparents, so it's like 3 generations right there. And he just doesn't want to be there, so I started tutoring him at least once, maybe even 2 times a week, so we can just get him right, so he can graduate high school. And we're doing isosceles conformation and postulates. So it's like side, angle, side, angle, side, and it's like stuff I don't remember. So me and him were doing the tutoring, and I'm like, all right, cool, what do you need to do? I'm looking at it, I was like, I have no idea. We had to read the thing about 3 or 4 times, but once the brain started cranking again, I picked up on the stuff and picked up on the vocabulary, and then we just started looking at the words. So sometimes breaking down a word problem in math for geometry is just looking up the terms. So I didn't know it. I'm not a professional. I'm not really even that good at math, but I got into it, and I was like, all right, cool, we're going to do this. All right, cool, this postulates, angle, side, so on and so forth. And we just started working on it. And after a while, like, we got it. And he was like, yeah, that's cake. I got this, coach. I got this. Right? So just that little bit, like, I don't know anything. Like I told you with the coach, he doesn't know anything. And this gets to what the gentleman is talking about. So instead of just talking about it, all right, this is how I did it when I didn't know how to get these things working. And he watched YouTube videos. I watched YouTube videos. I started watching YouTube videos of lineman drills from when I was an offensive lineman in high school, and then even into college. And there were some things I forgot, some things body mechanic wise, like I forgot. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to dedicate myself. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to keep on doing this. You don't have to be a pro at this to try and go out and help these kids. They will see it, but what they will see is not only the fact that you don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you're willing to sit there with them on a daily basis and figure it the fuck out. And I think that's the most important thing that these kids love, because the girl texts me back, that same student athlete that did well today, got first place in district. She should get first place in regionals. And she said, you know what, coach, you a volunteer, but with everything that you've done to help me, they should be paying you. And I was just like, listen, man, your success for all of you guys is all I need is payment. And you just need to come, like, do what you can and just come and give back. And that's the biggest thing. Running out of space. Thank you very much. Have a nice one.